As Judgement Day looms, Malaysia's ex-PM Najib requests judges recusal. Kuala Lumpur. Former Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak on Tuesday asked the leader justice to recuse herself from a panel presiding over his very last appeal to set aside a corruption conviction and 12-year jail sentence over a case related to the 1MDB monetary scandal. The pass is visible as the contemporary bid through Najib to forestall a very last verdict from the federal court, which can in any other case probably deliver its judgment on Tuesday or set a brand new date for its decision. Najib's legal professional filed a court docket utility past due on Monday to take away Chief Justice Tengku Maimun Tuan Mat from a 5-member panel listening to his attraction, citing a real chance of bias because of social media feedback made by her husband in 2018 that had been critical of Najib. Because of the spousal courting, there is probably subconscious bias in the feel that his critiques, his views would affect the Chief Justice's findings in recognize of the appeal right now, Najib's legal professional Hisiam Te Po Take told the court docket. The court docket started hearing the brand new software, which the prosecution known as a delaying tactic. This application is mala fide, carried out deliberately to scuttle the development of this case, mentioned lead prosecutor V. Sithambaram. Critics say Najib has time and again tried to put off closure of the case, which was first introduced in 2018. Najib modified his criminal team simply 3 weeks before the very last appeals system commenced closing week. His attorney Hisiam tried to quit last week, announcing he did now not have enough time to put together, however the courtroom refused to discharge him. I am no longer ashamed to say, I changed into desperate, as could any litigant in my dilemma, Najib said in a statement ultimate week, explaining his pass to change attorneys in the remaining minute. Unlawful activity, the enchantment listening to is scheduled to head on until Friday. But it may stop in advance as prosecutors wrapped up their arguments last week and Najib's attorneys declined to give their submissions, once more mentioning insufficient time to put together. Najib, 69, become determined responsible in July 2020 of criminal breach of agree with, abuse of power, and money laundering for illegally receiving approximately $10 million from SRC International, a former unit of State Fund 1 Malaysia Development Berhad, 1MDB. The former finest, who pleaded not guilty, turned into sentence to 12 years prison and a 210 million ringgit $46.84 million fine. Prosecutors have said a few $4.5 billion was stolen from 1MDB co-founded through Najib at some point of his first year as High Minister in 2009. Investigators say that they had traced extra than $1 billion of 1MDB money to accounts connected to Najib. The wide-ranging scandal has implicated officials and financial institutions around the world, and brought on the U.S. Department of Justice to open what became its biggest kleptocracy investigation. Najib, who faces numerous trials over the allegations, has consistently denied wrongdoing. Najib has said that his proper to a fair trial was at danger, after the court docket rejected a couple of requests to put off the attraction to permit his new felony crew to absolutely put together. His preceding legal professionals had submitted a written petition ahead of the hearings. In his submissions, Najib listed 94 reasons why he have to be acquitted, consisting of that decrease courts had erred in a number of their findings. Prosecutors have mentioned Najib was aware that the funds obtained in his account were proceeds from an unlawful pastime, and had exercised his role as Prime Minister, Finance Minister and advisor to SRC International to achieve the budget. $1 equals 4.4830 ringgit.